got to them. So I think I can talk in general terms, but I can't get too specific.
Okay.
Unless in the next few minutes it lands on their site.
All right. So when you say an exit poll, tell everybody what you look at when you do an exit poll.
Sure. Well, this is a little different. That is, we've done a phone poll where we do our regular polling rather than a in person on the street exit polling. I've been a long-term critic of exit polls for all kinds of reasons. And this time, I think we had to do it this way because you're looking at either side of 50% of voters have already voted before today. So if you're just talking to people as they come out the polls in the traditional way, you're going to miss half. So we talked to a couple of thousand voters across the country. Started very early. We were able to get a lot of people who already voted. And our final poll from last week, which had Trump up in the popular vote, winning all the swing states. What I can say, I think, safely is that the exit poll doesn't have any surprises. It sort of rather supports that last poll rather than suggesting things are going in a different direction.
Okay, so you are pretty much in alignment with what I call the good pollsters. There's a number of good pollsters, Richard Barris at Trafalgar, Insider Advantage, some others. And you guys tend to use the polling word herd together, but you've been herding together for the longest time. And you're generally about 2 to 3 points higher than almost all of the other polls, right?
Yeah, I'd say, yeah. I mean, in the last 2 or 3 months, we've probably been either the same as Rasmussen or maybe a point higher than them. But as a general statement, you're correct, yes.
Pollsters have really taken it on the chin this cycle, haven't they?
They have, deservedly so.
Well, because 2020 was so strange and so far out there that people, they don't trust the news media, they don't trust pollsters anymore. So you can go a long way toward reclaiming that sanity and reclaiming that trust. If you hit it on the nail here, I think many of us are hoping you're going to hit it on the nail. Now, where are you based, Patrick?
Washington, D.C. for my many sins,
okay.
which is completely boarded up tonight in anticipation of, oh, that's right, not a Harris victory.
So why is it that so many of your polls end up in British papers, right? Express, UK Daily Mail, right?
Yeah, I think the reason, how it got started is that one of our, some would say only claims to fame, but one of our claims to fame is that we nailed Brexit in 2016, right?
Yep.
Which just about nobody else did. And so that got us, obviously we were doing the British polling, which we've done for a while, and that got us the attention of the British media. And the more masochistic elements of it, like the Daily Express and the Mail, etc., decided to roll with us on the American side. Yeah.
So won't it be ironic if the British pollster is the guy who's the most accurate?
It would. I'll take whatever irony is involved in that if it happens. But if we get it, I think what it would be is that most of the polls, the media polls, the university polls, they still aren't able to find the shy or reluctant Trump voter. They still can't do it. I don't think they don't even really know who he or she is. I don't think so. They don't really look that hard. And I think if when we've been successful, including the primary season this year, our value out is probably we're able to get the Trump vote. And so I would say that that's probably why we're on the high side, even amongst our peers of good pollsters.
Well, let's talk about that shy Trump voter, because one of the major polls to capture that was Trafalgar back in 2016. And the way they did it was that they asked, who are you voting for, obviously, but then they said, who do you think your neighbor is voting for? And then all of a sudden they got this huge bunch of people. Well, my neighbor is clearly voting for Donald Trump, but not me. So is that what you're seeing in your kind of sensitized approach to these people?
Yeah, we were doing that simultaneously to Trafalgar in 2016 because that's how we got Brexit. There was this abnormal number of undecided voters who when they answered the other questions, you could tell they wanted to be pro-Brexit but didn't want to say so. So we were able to move them from undecided with a whole bunch of questions, including family, friends, neighbors, people you work with, et cetera, et cetera. What would you predict the outcome to be? Who do you don't want Brexit, but do you think Brexit's going to win? Oh yeah, I think Brexit's going to win, right? And so like Trafalgar, we've continued that, and we've applied it to our American polling as well. And absolutely, it's really important. Those sorts of questions, they're incredibly effective. But again, you have to actually know that those folks might be out there to begin with.
Well, Patrick, we thank you very much for coming in with us and talking with us. We're going to see you later tonight, too. I understand. I think you're our very last guest, so you kind of get the first word here at Decision USA and the last word. So we'll see you here later in the night.
I look forward to it. Thank you, Larry.
All right. Well, Seth, are we ready to talk politics here? Oh, we're getting graphics loaded up.
If that's live.
This would be Indiana.
We're looking at Indiana and Kentucky. Seems a little bit early.
Okay, so as everyone out there knows, we don't have to explain this to everybody. You all know what the key states are, right? And that would be Idaho and Alabama and Vermont